It's final day of Garmin ORC World Championship here in Tallinn. I'm with Formula X tactician and helmsman Jesper and Jeppe. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
What was coming over your mind before this day? Because you took the lead on the first day, I guess. Never took it bad, but it wasn't not granted. We were all following, and it was always close.
Well, I think first of all, I think the B group is really highly contested. It's where you have a lot of very strong teams actually, and in the end, I would say 3-4 teams kind of pulled away from the pack, and that means we were kind of sharing points. So even though we were actually with 3 thirds in the second, after the first 4 races, you would say you're already gone. But in reality, it didn't take a lot of changes in points. Us making a bad result, another team making a good result before we were actually really close. So even though we all through the regatta had a comfortable lead, it never felt like it, because mathematically it didn't take a lot for us to actually drop down to second.
Especially that today we had a windy day, so it was just a split second and something could go wrong and you could have a damage. Did you put the pedal to the metal, Jeppe, or was it kind of securing the lead?
No, there's no doubt that coming into the last day, being in the lead, you don't want to mess up in the first race and end up with 2 discards, especially when you know there's only 2 races of the day and you only have 1 discard. So we definitely know we had to play it safe, but if you play it safe in a fleet like this, you're gonna lose. So you had to push hard, but don't do anything too stupid.
And obviously you didn't. What was the journey like? When this idea of coming up with new boat, a new team, when did this start?
Well, it started like 1.5 years ago. I got involved with the whole project, to being on the technical board, to do some feedback, pushback on all the designers, because you can sit in a computer, design a boat, but my job was to try to, okay, if you do this design, how does it work like in the real world? So that was my first, let's say, assignment with Yacht. And then after a few months, suddenly I had this phone call from CEO Cranes. He's saying, "So yes, but we brought you in because you're a real sailor. How about we actually make a racing team?" And then the whole idea, was built, and I was thinking, position for sure. I mean, I naturally come from driving boats, but also I know that it would probably be better for me to step off and have a little bit more overview position. So I had to find a good substitute, and then I thought about Jeppe, because he's one of the most promising younger sailors in Denmark at the moment. So for me, it was an easy choice.
Was it the first big ORC regatta for you here?
Yeah, actually, this is my first ORC World Championship, and quite a first one, to be honest. No, I was very honored that Jesper gave me a call and asked me to join this project, because it's a really cool project, especially as a Dane, being involved with an XR project, which is a huge Danish brand, and has quite a history in Denmark. So it's quite an honor to be able to join this team and to learn a lot from it.
So going back, you have all the Danes on board, or you have international crew?
No, from the beginning, I had like a few different, let's say, milestones and goals with the project, because I think given this opportunity, it's actually quite rare that you have someone stepping in saying, "I want to build a racing team." My first proposal was, because they asked for a full pro team, was not really accepted, and then we completely, okay, let's start all over. Then we built the idea of, let's say, having a very small core of pros, experienced pros, but try to bring all of this, we have a huge base of talent in Denmark, but the challenge is sometimes actually to get out there and show yourself. And then we changed everything around, Kren and I, and then we built the idea of actually building a development team based on Jeppe's on the experience side, but next to Jeppe, there's a bunch of match racing guys who are really keen to get out there, and they have huge skills. They have a lot of aspiration to get there, but how do you get the opportunity? So I wanted to create that. So from day one, or let's say from probably day 3, because day 1 is not going to be a full pro team, my thinking was I want to give these guys an opportunity to sail in an international environment. English is the language. You don't work with the guys you know next door. You work with someone from 2,000 kilometers away, and you need to make it work. You need to be able to work in an international environment, and I think that whole process was really important for me to teach the guys that it takes something special to become successful in a team that not necessarily work together well from day one, but if we all adapt to it, we're going to be successful.
So what's next now?
Well, me as a pro sailor, I'm heading on to another project later on, but I think after this we'll generally do like a really in-depth review on the steps we took, decisions made, what worked, what would have changed, and then I think on the crew side, I see a good opportunity for this team to step into a kind of a similar project where, because putting a team together is super hard, and we've shown that we can perform when we asked to. So I think it's already a strong basis for the team. But additionally, there's some technical aspects to the boat where it could be interesting to start tweaking a bit. So a few things on the horizon.
So you think XR41 is going to be even faster in future?
I don't even think, I'm sure it will be.
And Jeppe, are you coming back to next future ORC events?
That's a good question. We will have to see. For now it's back to work, and we'll see what comes up in the future of sailing for my part.
Okay, thanks guys. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, your new World Champions Group B.
Thank you.